Your SIP is running, but will you actually achieve your financial goals? India is currently witnessing a big SIP boom. Almost 31,961 crores was invested in SIPs in July 2026, which is the highest ever recorded number. More Indians today are investing through SIP in mutual funds. Investing through DIY apps has become extremely easy, but are investors actually building the corpus they need to achieve their goals? So here is the big question. Are we measuring the investment activity, or are we also measuring the financial progress for individual investors? See, SIP does not mean actual achievement of financial goals. An SIP can be running regularly, it can be invested in good mutual funds, delivering reasonable returns, growing every year, and still be insufficient for your financial goals, because almost 80% of the people today who are investing in mutual funds do not have any proper goal based investments, no financial planning, and definitely no investment process or asset allocation process. SIP is an investment method, but the target corpus that you want to achieve for your goals, whether it be retirement or children's higher education or purchasing a house, etc., is actually the financial destination that you are looking to achieve. So, just by starting an SIP does not mean that you will automatically achieve that financial destination. I would urge all of the viewers to ask these three questions to yourself. First is, what exact corpus do you want for achieving your goals? Is it 5 crores? Is it 10? Is it 25? Or is it 50 crore rupees? Once you have defined that, then by what age do you want it? Now, make sure that you don't define that particular target corpus randomly, just like saying I want 25 crores in next 5 years. That doesn't work. It has to be a realistic number that you can achieve looking at your current investment amount. Okay, and then you have to figure out by what age you want to achieve the target corpus. And the third question is, are your current investments sufficient to achieve that target corpus in the desired timeline that you have? What have you currently accumulated? How much are you investing every month? How much time do you have to achieve that particular goal? And what can happen if you are not able to achieve that goal in the estimated time? If you cannot answer these three questions, then your SIP may be running like a car without a destination or a ship without a destination. And there is a high chance for crash in that situation. Okay, so there are a lot of investors who come to us who say, I want 10 crore rupees in investment target or investment corpus. But here is the reality. Consider this particular example of an investor whose current age is 35, target age to achieve the corpus is 50, and target corpus is 10 crore rupees. Existing investment is around 25 lakh rupees, and monthly SIP ongoing is 50,000 rupees per month. So the person has around 15 years to achieve the target corpus and achieve the goal of retirement. Okay, so even if this person gets about 12% CAGR return, the existing investment will approximately reach 1.37 crore rupees in 15 years. At 50,000 per month SIP at 12% assumed CAGR, that amount will become around 2.52 crores. So estimated after 15 years, this person will only be able to achieve 3.89 crores, assuming a CAGR of 12%. This means that the person who had kept a arbitrary target of just 10 crores corpus was not able to even achieve 40% of that in 15 years. And this is why there is an estimated gap of around 6.11 crore. The SIP for this person worked, but because there was no clear financial goal, there was no clear number crunching or a clarity of the plan or investment process, the person was not able to achieve their target corpus, and hence had to delay their retirement by another 7 to 8 years. So this is why investors may miss their target corpus. Number one, no defined target, no defined clarity of goal. People just say that I want to become wealthy without a measurable goal. But what you need is a specific target corpus by specific target age and within a specific target period. Second thing that you need to avoid is doing a random SIP amount. Many people just select SIP amounts because that is the extra surplus that remains after all their expenses are done, after their monthly salary is credited. But you need to have a proper amount that is fixed that has to go to SIP, and that amount needs to be sufficient to achieve your target corpus by the time that you want to achieve that particular goal. Okay. Then third is majority of the people today are ignoring the inflation, because today the value of 5 crore rupees is not going to be the same value after 20 years, because the purchasing power is going to draw down the total value of 5 crore rupees to a drastic level. So you need to ask yourself, is my target expressed in total value in today's terms or in the terms on which I want to achieve my goal? So let's say if you are going to be comfortably retired today with 6 crore rupees, then will it be sufficient if you're going to retire after 10 years or 15 years or 20 years? And what is the number adjusted to inflation as per that timeline? Okay. And this is how you have to figure out your actual inflation adjusted target corpus. Another mistake that a lot of investors are doing, that they are just buying too many random funds on a DIY investment platform. Most people just invest in the previous 2 to 3 years or last year's top performing funds, expecting that those funds will continue to keep on giving same kind of return. But usually that doesn't happen. These top performing funds of last 2 3 years usually underperform in the next 2 to 3 years, and some other funds will become top performers in the next 2 to 3 years. And most of the investors just keep on repeating this cycle, eventually losing out on their opportunity to create consistent long term wealth. So you need to avoid this mistake of buying random funds just based on their immediate 2 to 3 years return. So there might be a lot of investors who might be having 12 to 13 funds in their portfolio or even more, but there is no clear investment process. And as I said, performance chasing is something that you should avoid, because that will eventually lead you to missing out the opportunity of long-term wealth creation. Next mistake that a lot of investors are doing is they do not increase their SIP as their income increases. There are many investors who come to us who have started in 10,000 rupees SIP 15 years back, and they're still continuing just 10,000 rupees SIP. Whereas in the last 15 years, their income might have gone from 30,000 rupees to maybe 4 to 5 lakh rupees today. So their SIP needs to increase as per their income increase. And here the step up SIP mechanism, where you set a target percentage every single year, and automatically by that percentage your SIP amount increases. And this is why step up SIP gives incredible result in the long term as compared to a fixed amount SIP. And finally, the biggest mistake that a lot of DIY investors do is that they do not review their progress, and they do not do any kind of rebalancing on a periodic level. Investors mostly ask, how is my fund performing? But they rarely ask, am I on track to achieve my goals or my target corpus? Okay. Finally, you need to look at the fund performance versus goal progress. Most of the DIY investors are only focused on performance of the fund. But actually, if you really want to achieve your goals, you need to focus on your target corpus review. How far right now are you to achieve your target corpus, where you are lacking, and where you need to make the changes? This is the more important topic than just looking at your current portfolio's returns. Okay. And finally, if you are investing in a DIY app without any professional guidance and doing random app investing versus structured investing, eventually in 10 years or 15 years, you will find out that you made a lot of investing mistakes during the course of your investment journey, which you would have avoided if you had guidance of a professional team during your wealth creation journey. Because remember, in the wealth creation journey, in any product, whether it be mutual fund, SIF, PMS, or AIF, more the time you invest in, that is going to be directly proportional to the amount of return that you're going to get. And this is the common mistakes that the DIY investors do, which you will avoid through structured uh, portfolio guidance through professionals. Okay, so remember this 5-step target corpus process. First step is to define the target. Second is to assess the gap right now that you have in your existing portfolio value versus your target portfolio value. Step 3 is to structure your investments in a manner that they will be aligned to achieve your target corpus in due time. Step 4 is to invest consistently. And step 5 is to review and rebalance your portfolio in a consistent manner. So the next time when you open your DIY mutual fund app, instead of asking which is the best mutual fund for me, start by asking what is my target corpus, by what age do I want to achieve it, what is my existing corpus, how much monthly investment now I have to do to achieve my target corpus in my stipulated time, and finally, are my investments going in the right direction, or am I simply randomly doing SIP just like 99% of the investors who are doing investing without any structure, research, risk management, or investment process? If you want to be amongst the top 1% or 2% of investors who are doing proper research based, risk managed, investment process driven, and goal based investing, then Auris Wealth can help you in your journey of wealth creation. For having a discussion with us at Auris Wealth about your investments, whether it be corporate fixed deposit, mutual fund, SIF, PMS, AIF, or gift city funds, or a mix of the entire portfolio, then you can connect with us and you can call us or send us a WhatsApp on the number that is on your screen, or send us an email at the email ID that is visible on your screen right now. If you found this video valuable, then do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and also share this video with your friends and family who are also investors in mutual funds, because they can also benefit from this information. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Until then, stay healthy, stay happy. Goodbye.